Hey sis, I'm pregnant!
Huh? Oh, I see. That's great. Congratulations.
I forgot to tell you, but I'm 8 months gone.
Wait, what? 8 months already?
Yep, I'll be having a home birth at mom and dad's place tomorrow. See you there.
Tomorrow?
You got a problem with that?
No, I mean, it's great that you're doing a home birth at your mom and dad's place, but I just wish you'd have told me this a little earlier so I could have had a chance to adjust my plans.
Excuse me? Since when did I have to get permission from my sister-in-law for everything I do? Are you my boss now? Anyway, you've been married to my brother, what, like 10 years now? How is it that you still haven't had any kids? I don't know whose fault it is, but there has to be something wrong with one of you. So, who is it? Are you a barren wasteland, or is he shooting blanks? In any case, I'm being kind enough to let the two of you look after heavily pregnant me tomorrow. Think of it as kind of like preparation for if you two ever manage to conceive. You better treat me well. I want to see the gratitude in every word, facial expression, and gesture.
Why me?
Because you're my brother's woman, obviously.
Right, I see. So you'll be arriving tomorrow afternoon?
That's right.
Got it.
Anya, sis, are you there? Hey, respond now. My room's like covered in dust. Did you really think this is acceptable? This is the room my little boy's gonna be born in, and you have the nerve to leave it in that state? Will you please get it cleaned up ASAP?
Sylvie, I'm at work right now.
What? You call that work? Don't make me laugh. You're just holed up in your room like always. Mom and Dad were complaining about how you're always up there typing away on your computer like some video game addicted cave-dwelling beast.
I've told you this countless times since coming home, but I work from home. I can do my job entirely from my bedroom. Just because I'm at home during the day doesn't mean I'm lazing around or have nothing to do. If anything, I'm busier now that I was back in my office days. I'm not opposed to helping look after you while you're pregnant, but there's a physical limit to how much I'm able to do.
Excuse me?
I understand you're heavily pregnant, and I understand you can't move around as well as you used to. But that said, you can still do some things for yourself, and you don't need me waiting on you hand and foot 24/7. Not only that, but your mom's always around if you need her. Please stop trying to force everything on me.
Wow, how dare you! Are you seriously trying to force your duties onto my elderly mother? How despicable! That's just bullying, plain and simple. You're bullying your mother-in-law. Who knew my sister-in-law had such a rotten personality? It's such a shame. I used to think you were nice back then when we first met, but it seems like you got too comfortable with my brother, and now you think you can say and do whatever you like. It's scary. Are you gonna bully me too? I'm gonna feel like super uncomfortable around you now.
Oh, give me a break, Sylvie. I'm hardly telling you and your mom to do everything, am I? All I'm asking is that you do the things you can do by yourself, and that she help with the things she's able to help with.
You're so horrible! How could you be this mean-spirited? You're like some kind of movie villain. You're twisted! Wah! Wah!
Actually, I'm the one who wants to cry.
Hey, Anya. Everything okay?
Hey, Charlie.
I heard from an old classmate who lives in the same neighborhood as my folks. Apparently, my little sister moved in with you guys when I got transferred away for work, and you've been having a real hard time of it lately. Is it true? Is everything okay, Anya? What's going on?
Well...
My sister and parents have always had a poor attitude towards you. I know that. But I did tell you to tell me if anything happened with him, didn't I? You could talk to me about anything.
I'm sorry. I didn't want it to affect your work badly in any way, so I kept it to myself.
Don't be silly, babe. You need to think about yourself sometimes, too. Everyone at work's really understanding, so please don't worry about that. What actually happened?
Apparently, Sylvie fell pregnant and came back to your folks' place for her home birth.
Wait, what? My sister is pregnant? Since when? That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh wow, you mean she didn't tell you either? She says she's 8 months gone already.
8 months?
Right? I was surprised too. She only told me the day before I came back home. Then she basically ordered me to go to your folks' place, where I was apparently obliged to be your personal servant, carer, and waitress, and expected to cater to her every whim at a moment's notice. Naturally, your mom and dad always have her back 100%, so I'm basically stuck in a house where it's constantly 3 versus 1. To tell you the truth, I'm finding it a little difficult. On the other hand, she most certainly is very pregnant. And out of consideration for the baby, I don't want to do anything that might cause her stress. I feel kind of trapped.
Oh no, Anya. I think maybe it's best you come and stay with me. How does that sound?
Huh?
I know you stayed there to begin with because you had your own job to think about, and my transfer was only ever meant to last a year at the longest. But you started working from home after I moved away. Which means you don't necessarily need to be in that house for work, right?
You do have a point. I've been working from home for about 6 months now, and what with everything that's been going on in the world, upper management decided recently that this style of working would be made permanent.
Well then, surely we can make it work somehow if you come out here to live with me. Besides, if you come soon while I'm still away on transfer, it'll be easier for us to figure out where we want to live next after my transfer period comes to an end. And at that point, we can just up sticks and leave together.
You make some good points. I'm gonna talk to my boss about this. I am technically classed as a remote worker, but I do still have to go into the office 2 or 3 times a month. The company covers my travel cost, but if I was to come and live with you in Delaware, they'd be covering plane tickets, which I kind of feel like I should let them know about in advance. You'd also have to make your place work from home suitable before I arrived.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that stuff. You're right. It's best we have all of our bases covered. One thing I can guarantee you is that the internet here is about as fast as it gets. I can convert the spare bedroom into a study too. Just say the word.
In that case, I'm pretty sure they'll give me the go-ahead right away. I have a few loose ends to tie up and some things to pack though, so would you mind waiting a little longer?
Sure thing. I just want you to know that you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you, Charlie.
Sylvie, I made up my mind. I don't need you.
You don't need me?
You were so lively and cheerful when you came back to stay with us. It seemed like you had nothing to do, so I thought it only made sense to have you wait on my every move. But you haven't been looking after me at all. I actually feel worse off for having you around.
That's hardly my fault when I have work to do, is it? Do you want me to get fired? I always go out of my way to keep an eye on you and make sure you're comfortable and have everything you need when I'm not working.
Not good enough. I'm simply and not satisfied with your service. My mommy will be taking care of everything from here on out, so you needn't bother coming near me anymore. Get out of this house right now. You're a negative influence on me and my baby. If you stay here even a second longer, it'll probably come out disabled. My morning sickness gets 100 times stronger every time I see your repulsive face.
Huh? Weren't you saying the other day how pleased you are that you hardly get morning sickness at all?
Shut up! I don't want to hear another word from you. Get out, get out, get out! Let me make this clear. Your very existence itself irritates me. Get out of this house at once, you barren wasteland of a woman. You couldn't even give my big brother a baby, could you?
You should know I'm never coming back if you change your mind and regret this. You won't be my problem anymore.
I never want to see your gross, disgusting face again.
Thanks for saying that. I'm actually more relieved to hear that than you could know.
Huh?
I've decided to go and live with Charlie in Delaware. I'm really grateful for your blessing. I was kind of stressing over how you might react, but with still not having give birth and all.
Huh?
Anya? Are you on your way now?
Hey, Charlie. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to board the plane. I'll lose signal, but it's not a long flight, so I should be back with you in an hour or so. Then, 3 trains later, I'll be knocking on your door.
Anya, listen. I just received word that Sylvie's been rushed away in an ambulance.
Wait, what? Why?
Apparently, she started getting severe stomach pains after eating my mom's cooking.
Your mom's cooking? Oh no. She didn't, did she?
Yeah, I think she did. It's always been a rule in our household to check that the ingredients in Mom's section of the fridge aren't out of date or rotten before using them. No exceptions. It's been over 8 years since Sylvie flew the nest to go live on her own for college. And I'm guessing she totally forgot about Mom's unsanitary culinary habits.
Oh my, I think you might be right. I've been cooking all of her meals since the moment she came back. Come to think of it, I don't think your mom cooked for her even once.
Not only that, but you've been cooking all of our family's meals for the last 2 years. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, without fail, every single day. Your food's not only delicious and safe to eat, but you made everything with a healthy balance of vitamins, nutrients, and minerals in mind. My family's probably never been this healthy. As a result, I think they might have let their guard down. They took your cooking for granted, and then when you were gone, well, this happened.
Obviously, I hope Sylvie's okay, but how's the baby? Have you heard anything?
Last I heard that she was experiencing labor pains and that she was most likely going to have the baby prematurely at the hospital.
Oh no, isn't that bad?
It's not great, but don't worry, you don't have to go. I took an emergency vacation from work and I'll be heading down on the first flight tomorrow morning.
Are you sure? I really don't mind.
I think it's for the best you don't. I can just see it now. My sister hurling nonsensical abuse at you from her hospital bed the moment you walk in about how this is all your fault. Things might change and we might need you to come on short notice, in which case I'll contact you. But for the time being, I'd really appreciate it if you could just hold tight.
Okay, I understand.
Hey Anya, I'm sorry it took so long messaging you.
Hey Charlie, it's fine. How's Sylvie and the baby? Are they both okay? I've been really worried about them.
The birth went by without a hitch. I have a healthy 8-pound baby nephew. Sylvie's fine too, but
But
how to put this? Another problem seems to have emerged.
another problem? What happened?
Okay, so you know how Sylvie's husband is white?
Yes?
And you know how Sylvie's also white?
Yes, of course. What does this have to do with anything?
The thing is, the baby's black.
What?
Anya! Hello? Anya? Please, will you come back? Pretty please with a cherry on top. My brother knows how to cook for himself. He'll be fine on his own. You'll be able to come back, won't you? Won't you? You should be prioritizing me and my little boy. I'm in the mother of all pinches here, Anya. Please! Oh my god, how did things get this way?
Hello, Sylvie. I'm glad to hear you and your son are okay. I hate to have to tell you this, but even if I was to come back, I wouldn't be able to look after you like I was doing before.
Why not?
Things at work started going great when I moved out to Delaware to be with Charlie. He's really understanding of my remote work situation and goes to every effort to accommodate me. We also split the housework evenly. He's such a darling. I feel lucky to have him.
But I'm struggling here. How can you live with yourself being all happy and content like that when I'm out here struggling? Looking after a newborn baby is so hard, you wouldn't believe. My gosh, how do people even do this? Not only that, but mom's cooking is so bad, I fear for my life every time I eat.
Your mom's cooking?
It seems like me getting rushed away in an ambulance wasn't enough to make her learn her lesson. Because she insists on making me her special dishes every day without so much as a glance at expiration dates or whether there's a mold on the ingredients. I had no choice but to start cooking for myself. Can you imagine if my little Tyrone ate something she concocted? Not only that, but I caught her force-feeding him honey from a bottle with "not suitable for infants" clearly written on the label. He's only supposed to be on breast milk, but she keeps trying to feed him additive-riddled grown-up food. And rotten additive-riddled grown-up food at that. That woman is dangerous. My dad lacks the spine to do anything but look the other way and pretend it isn't happening, so he's no help either.
Where's your husband in all this?
He divorced me. Ugh, don't ask the questions you already know the answer to.
I see. So we really did end up divorcing over that, huh? Well, what about little Tyrone's real dad? What happened with him?
I don't know. He disappeared.
What?
Forget all that. None of it matters now. The point is you need to come home. You need to come home now. My ex-husband wants nothing to do with me. My only choice now is to raise him at my parents' house while trying to avoid either of us being hospitalized again by my mom's lethal cooking. The only people who were ever capable of keeping this place in functioning order were you and my brother. Please, me and Tyrone need you. Stop your complaining and just help us already. Ugh!
Nope, sorry, but I really can't do that.
Why not? I'm begging you here. Have you ever seen me like this? Have you? I'm not doing it for fun, I promise you. Please, I'm desperate here.
I have a question for you, Sylvie. Did you notice how unhealthy living with you made me?
Huh?
Not only did your mom force me to do all the housework and cooking, but when you showed up out of nowhere, so pregnant you were ready to burst and demanded I be your live-in carer going on slave. To make matters worse, none of you seemed to understand the meaning of remote work and interrupted me upwards of 20 times a day, resulting in me barely ever getting anything done. My body was sending me desperate signals to get out. Then Charlie sent me a lifeboat and invited me to live with him, so here I am, finally recovering while being reminded what it's like to live a normal life. And you suddenly demand I throw all of that away to come back and live with you guys in the madhouse?
You can't blame us for that. I bet you just weren't looking after your health properly, or not scheduling properly or something. That's got nothing to do with us. Don't you dare try and blame your poor lifestyle choices on me and my family.
I see. Yeah, there's no way I'm coming back.
Why?
Good luck with everything. Goodbye.
Helen? How come you're not home yet by this time of the day?
Hi, Michelle. I'm on a business trip at the moment.
A business trip? How could you do that? So you mean you left my son all alone in this house? Don't you know your place as a wife? It's right here, in the house.
Michelle, your son is a grown man, I must say, and he is capable of taking care of himself. This is a trip I couldn't pass up as it will help me in advancing my career.
Your career? Do you know how stupid you sound? That is all you think of. Career this and career that. You're married, for crying out loud. Your priority should be your husband. Why are you so uncultured?
There was never a problem with me having a job. I had one before I met Toby, and the fact that I'm an independent woman is part of what makes our relationship so great. Your son knows all this and understands. He even encouraged me to go on this trip.
Of course, why wouldn't he? Who knows what twisted lies you told him for him to agree to such an absurd request? Women these days.
Please, I don't like the direction this conversation is going. How did you even know I wasn't home? Did Toby tell you?
I'm at your house. I came to see my son because today is his day off. Imagine my shock when he told me you wouldn't be coming home today. Why would you bother yourself with making money when you have a husband who is perfectly capable of making it for both of you?
Well, with both of us working, Toby doesn't have to work so hard, so we have time to spend together.
You know what? I'm really not comfortable with my son staying alone in the house. What will he eat? leftovers and stale food? I'll be staying with him until you return.
Michelle, that is not necessary. There's no need for you to stay.
Just shut up, okay? If you know what's necessary, why then are we having this conversation? For how long will you be on this trip?
Another week.
You see? You're really heartless for someone who claims to love my son. I'm staying, and that's final.
Okay, no problem. If that's what you want, then fine.
Oh, just leave me alone. I can't talk to you right now.
Hey baby, how are you doing?
Sweetie, I'm good. Sorry I missed your call. I was in the bathroom getting ready.
Oh, I was afraid you went to bed already.
Well, I am tired. It's been a hectic day. I really can't wait for this trip to be over. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, my love. Just take it easy, okay?
Sure.
Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about my mom wanting me to stay over for a few days. She said she already spoke to you about it, so what do you think?
Babe, I can't stop your mom from being with her son. If she wants to spend some time with you, and you do too, then I have no problem with that.
I know that, I just wanted to be certain you were okay with it, seeing how it was impromptu and all. Besides, it would be great to have someone else in the house. Maybe I won't have to miss you so much.
Well, if that's the case, then I envy you. Because it's just me in this big hotel room and everything reminds me of you.
Don't worry, it's only for a short while. This is the first time your company's trusting you with such a project. You couldn't miss it. And then, you know how much my mom will readily jump on any excuse to take care of me?
Well, she said it's for the period I'll be away, so no problem. I'm glad you won't be lonely, sweetie.
Sure, although she's already taken over, given orders left and right. I'm already scheduled to take her to the grocery store tomorrow.
LOL, have fun. I need to go now. I have an early day tomorrow, so I need to get all the sleep I can get.
Sure, honey. I'll call you tomorrow morning before you step out. Good night, baby. I love you.
I love you too. Good night.
Helen, I didn't know you were this lazy. How despicable. Did your mother not raise you right?
Hi, Michelle. What did I do?
Look at your kitchen. Why are there so many gadgets in there? Is this a showroom or what?
I don't understand, Michelle. We use them all.
What do you need a dishwasher for? You have an oven that basically does all the baking for you. I went into your laundry room and I saw your washing machine. Why would you have a washing machine in your house? Are you running a laundromat?
These are basic things we have. Why are you making such a big deal about it?
All these things make you lazy. A good wife washes clothes with her bare hands. It shows the love and dedication she is investing in the marriage. A good wife cooks fresh meals every day for her husband. Instead, you have your fridge stocked with food that are days old and a microwave that warms them. Warmed food is never fresh, Helen. Why are you so lazy?
Your son never complains about any of it. We've been married 2 years now, and he's fine with it.
Ugh, so this is what my poor boy has been going through all this while at your hands. I thought leaving you both to find your way was the smart thing to do, but clearly I was wrong. You need a lesson on how to be a good wife, and my son is too soft to teach it to you. No worries though, I'll help you out.
Michelle, I don't need your help in anything.
Clearly you do. If not, why am I the one cleaning almost all the rooms in your house as we speak? And speaking of cleaning, I need the key to your study. It's the last place I'll be cleaning.
Oh, that's unnecessary.
I'm cleaning the entire house, dummy. That includes your study.
The key is here with me, and even if it wasn't, that is my private place with a lot of private stuff. I don't want you in there.
There must be a spare somewhere here. Just tell me where it is and stop being obstinate. You should be happy I'm doing what you've been neglecting to do.
No, Michelle, you're not getting into my study.
So, you have something to hide. That is it, huh? I should have known. I'll get you though, silly girl. Just watch.
Michelle, no need to make a big deal out of all this. Michelle!
Helen, we need to talk.
Wow, What's up? If it's not urgent, we can talk about it when I get home. I'm about to leave the hotel now.
That's why I'm here. Don't bother leaving the hotel. There is nothing for you to come back to.
What do you mean?
My son wants a divorce.
What? Is this a sick joke or what?
Come on, Helen. Since you've known me, have I joked with you? I'm serious. Toby is tired of living with you. Your absence from his life made him realize how much of a failed wife you are. Come on, if we're being honest, you know my son is a gem and he deserves way more than you.
I don't believe this.
This is for your own good as well. He's releasing you to keep on chasing your career and going on trips like you're already doing. Just don't bother coming back to the house.
Toby and I spoke yesterday. He said nothing like this to me. We're not even quarreling. And you bring this to me?
How will you know how he truly feels when you're 1,000 miles away? You foolish girl. Don't you see he needs a woman that will always be home to tend to his needs? I'll find the right woman for him, and you'll keep on focusing on your career.
This is all a sick ploy, and I'm not having it. So he wants to divorce me and he sends his mother to do the job? Doesn't sound like the Toby I know.
You'll keep doubting even when the truth is staring you in the face? Fine. I'm sending over the divorce papers. It's already signed on his end, so you sign yours and we'll have this done with.
My God, what is this? You can't be serious. Toby wouldn't want to divorce me.
LOL. You foolish girl. Sign these papers and let's end this charade you call marriage. Goodbye.
Hold on, Michelle. Are you the one that put him up to this? Michelle! Michelle, what is going on? I've been calling Toby, but it's not going through.
How do you get your job done if you're this dumb? Didn't I tell you he has moved on? Read the signs. He wants nothing to do with you again. He doesn't want to talk to you.
No, I refuse to believe that.
That's your choice, but your marriage is over whether you like it or not. I can see you didn't leave the hotel, after all, yesterday.
How could I after the terrible news you gave me yesterday?
Well, you can't stay at the hotel forever. Find a place to stay because you're not coming back to this house. We're kicking you out.
What? You're kicking me out of my house?
Just let me know when you sign the papers, okay?
I won't take this, just know that. Michelle, I can't believe I trusted you.
What do you want now? To gloat? I'm sure you're thrilled that my son kicked me out of his home and wants nothing more to do with me. His own mother.
No, I'm just sad that things got this bad. Don't you see what you did was horrible? You tried to ruin our marriage by sending me forged divorce papers. You also tried to steal the deeds of my house from my study. You don't know this, but I bought this house before I met your son, and he was perfectly okay with moving in with me. Even if we split, the house is still mine.
Oh, shut up. I did what I had to do for my son. You don't deserve him, and nothing you do will change that fact.
I'm sorry you feel this way. When Toby and I got married, I hoped we'd be friends.
Why would I be friends with you? You don't even know the first thing about being a woman.
Well, Toby has seen you for who you really are. After all, he's the one that caught you sneaking the deeds out of my study after you stole it. And then I came back just in time to tell him about the forged divorce papers.
I knew it. You're here to gloat.
No, you hurt your son. Now he's taking sick leave from work because of what you did to him. I have to be at home to take care of him.
Well, you're finally learning how to be a wife. You should thank me.
I guess I'll do that in court. I'm suing you, Michelle. You hurt my husband, and that means you hurt me. And I can't let that slide. We'll settle this in court.
You'll send your mother-in-law to court? How crude can you get?
Your son wants nothing to do with you anymore, and neither do I. I don't see you as my mother-in-law anymore. You'll be hearing from my lawyers soon.
Okay, I'm sorry, okay? This doesn't have to get to the court. We can settle it amicably within ourselves.
Too late, Michelle. Goodbye.
Just hold on and listen to me. I said I'm sorry. Just let it go. Helen!
Toby and I relented after a while and decided not to press charges anymore. But we made it clear that we wanted nothing more to do with Michelle. Toby took a long time to get over the fact that his mother tried to ruin his marriage, and he found it hard to forgive her. My husband and I slowly got back into the routine of our lives, excelling in our various fields. A year later, I fell pregnant and gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. It was then I realized just how lucky I was to have such a family, and I knew then that I would do anything to keep them close at all times.